Hello, folks. It's the Montana Lifestyles Podcast. We're on day 2 of this amazing show at the Great Western Show with over 200 plus artists. I think 240 plus artists here. And Tara, your second show.
Yes.
What do you think so far? Now, on your first show back in August, you did have a sale already, right? You sold one piece, right?
I did. It was titled Hope. It was a painting of a small 9x12 acrylic of a white horse in a field. Her back's turned and there's a magpie on her back.
I remember it clear as day. I honestly do, because it was a beautiful piece. The thing I've always noticed is your shadows. You have some incredible pieces right now where the fact that you utilize such dynamic shadows and light. I'm a light guy. I love light. I love shadow, and you're killing it there when it comes to that. That is really what's popping. Even your small pieces. I was running by to grab you, and I saw that you were talking with someone a little earlier. I'm like, nope, leave her alone. and the piece that you guys were looking at, is it like a bobcat or something like that, with the perfect little triangle of light that you got on in space?
Oh yeah, no, she's a mountain lion kitten.
Mountain lion.
Like a very young kitten. She's still got her spots and everything.
It's incredible work. How long have you been painting?
Well, I started painting more in high school, and then got better as I got into college, and then like even after college, after high school, I did take a recreational painting class at an art center downtown in I'm originally from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah.
And
we're both from Florida, by the way.
And moved to Bozeman in 2020, and so.
Oh boy, you chose a great time to move to Bozeman.
Bozeman, Montana. Yeah, it was.
my land.
It was September 2020, so it was a little like COVID was starting to lessen a bit, but it wasn't because of COVID. It just happened to
the timing
around,
just was there.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it was got a lot better by that time anyway. But anyway, it was a mountain lion kitten, and I've been painting. I would say more in college. I did take painting in high school, but I would say more throughout college and then after. But I've been drawing ever since I was little. Like anything I could take: crayons, markers, pencils.
So you've been in the art world most of your life.
Oh yes,
very cool.
I've always been drawing, but didn't really go to art museums until college, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you're studying that in college, that's where they're like, hey, you need to be checking out other people's work, go to the museums and study the greats. Who are some of the people you follow? Who are some of the artists that you really like and model your stuff after?
Oh, well, like living or dead.
Both.
Well, I very much love Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yes, of course.
I love Michelangelo. I love Georgia O'Keeffe. I love Bonnie Maris, her work. There's a lot of contemporary artists like in these shows that I very much love. Like I love Shelley Sand's work. I love Abby Gooding's work. I love like Bailey Burton. I love Sarah Boston.
Oh, we all love Bailey Burton. What are you talking about? We all love Bailey. She's incredible.
I love Stephen Malloy. I just love all the artists. Like everybody's style is so different, and I try, and like Morgan Irons' work is really good. It's like I see everybody's work as something I admire everyone's own creativity and individuality, and there's always something you can learn from each one, but try to make it your own. And like I try not to compare, because it's like everyone's on their own journey and skill level, and it's like you just have to keep practicing, and it's kind of like what you create is special and unique, and it's not going to be like anyone else's.
But that's what makes us so awesome, is because we find ourselves sharing with each other. We're giving away our trade secrets because they're not trade secrets. It's simply something we've learned, and you're going to take whatever knowledge I have and vice versa, and we're going to share it, and we're going to make something amazing and unique. I like how one artist said it. It doesn't matter how many people you try to copy, you will still create unique and original work. And that's wonderful. I mean, that's why we can have 240 artists here and not feel like we're competing against each other.
Oh, definitely.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful relationship that we have,
Yeah, and I love that artists are very helpful and supportive of each other, because we're all trying to reach that same goal. We want to pursue our dreams. We want to make this our living, and everyone has such a helpful, kind thing to say or advice. Oh, other artists that I really admire too are Vincent van Gogh and Robert Bateman, and Susie and John Siri Lester.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Just there's so many artists I can think of and can name.
And now here's the thing. You like guys like Vincent van Gogh. His style was so unique. Of course, he never made a sale during his life, but the thing that's
actually a myth.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Tell me.
Well, I I was reading about that where it was like he's been in shows with other artists where he did make sales apparently, but I have to look more into that. But I
never caught the way that it did after he died.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I'm sorry. I hope I didn't.
No. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No. This is exactly what I love. And here's the thing: if you can take. I'm sitting here, and everyone's like, "Did you sell? Did you sell? Did you sell? Anybody make any sales?" And I'm like, I don't care, because I'm here to be with the Terras. I'm here to be with the Baileys. I'm here to be with the Neils and the Ians and all of our friends. That's why I'm here. And so the Vincent van Goghs out there who maybe the myth is there, and maybe that's not the truth, but you know that he was just there dealing with depression and sadness and the things that he dealt with. And it was the friends in those moments that make all the difference.
Definitely. And his use of color, it just like, man. I've recently, like, I have a book I bought that I need to read of him, but like I've been wanting to get back into his work again, and just really his use of color, like that's something I want to learn more, is like color and color mixing and just
that
like,
color theory.
The warms and cools, because that really, I see that in a lot of people's artwork here, and it really, like the learning of that skill is really, I think, beneficial, especially when you do want to do wildlife or horses.
Well, and with what you're doing, you're working very much on a natural side of things, and your paintings look like, I'm sure they match the picture perfectly. If you put them side by side, I don't think you could tell a difference until you got up and saw the individual brush strokes. But your work is very much in nature and attuned to nature. So your need for that warm and cool, like I over-exaggerate on my warm and cools. So you're doing it on a very gentle level, where Vincent van Gogh did it on such an explosive level. He broke the rules of art to do that, and so now you need that. Now, as you're looking at that, you're going, color theory, how do I utilize that more? It takes those moments of going, hey, you know what? The reality is, maybe it's time to break some rules and be the Vincent van Gogh and have some more fun, right?
Yeah, I try to have fun in my work paint. It
shows. It shows.
Yeah, I'm just so very technical when it comes to like getting like color exactly right and everything. But trying to be I work so intuitively that I have fun, but also try to very, like, it's hard work at the same time, like very technical.
You forget where
level.
The time goes, but you're working really hard as you're forgetting where the time goes, aren't you, right?
Yeah. Well, I've been trying, I have to keep track of my time, like, more. Like, I can't really, like, unless I'm working at night, I can't really, like, lose track of time. Or even at night now, like, I really can't, like, I used to be able to, and I still sometimes, like, if I'm really in the groove or in the zone, I can stay up till 2 a.m, but even like the next day I don't feel great, and it's like I can't even, I try, it's hard for me to work on a painting the next day if I stay up that late again, like because I like to try to get up early in the morning, and because I don't like to sleep in, I like to get everything.
What's the day job for you?
What do you like?
Like, are you a full-time artist, or are you?
I have a day job. Yeah, I work part-time, so I'm not full-time yet. My dream is to be a full-time artist. That is my ultimate dream. If that's what I want to do. And I feel like if I was full-time, I could crank out work a lot more faster. And I still try. I mean, I did work on multiple pieces last year in 2022. I created like 8 or 7 new pieces, which is like the most I've ever made, but I was able to set deadlines for myself and was able to get it all done. And I think it's because I worked on them, I started them all at the same time and then worked on like maybe a couple each month and tried to like set a deadline for myself, and I think that really helped.
It's nice to have that variety that you can work with every day.
Yeah, because I mean,
all my pieces here, I flipped them in a year, but I was doing them all at the same time, and it's nice to be like, hey, you know what, I feel like I'm getting bored of this topic. Let's move to another one and do a different, thing and try a different technique or whatnot. So no, it's great to have that variety and do that. So now, your first show was last year in August, which August was a rough show. It was so quiet, and yet you still made a sale of a very beautiful piece. And it wasn't original, it wasn't a print. Yeah. So that was a nice sale. What did that feel like? It was your first sell at a show. What did that feel like?
It felt like I was stunned. So she had come in on Thursday, and she... and it was somebody I had talked to, and I had forgotten she had taken a photograph of it. And then I was getting a little, I was trying not to get disappointed as a couple of days went on, because I was really hoping that I would make a sale. And but anyway, so Saturday, it was a little after 10. she came in and said, "Oh, good, it's still here." And then
Oh, didn't that make you kind of grin a little bit? Hold your breath.
Well, it wasn't until like she said sold that I was like, oh, like, oh wow, okay, but she said like sold, that she was serious about buying it, and I was like, oh wow, like, oh, this is so exciting. So yeah, I got a picture with her. Her name was Laura Mullen. She bought Hope, and wrapped it up for her, and it felt incredible and great. And I felt so grateful to God that like I at least sold one painting
Yes.
that whole time, and I was still very grateful to even still be in the show and the opportunity and get to meet you and all the other artists. And well, actually, I think I met you in March.
No,
But
yeah, you met
were
me back in March.
But I think you were there. You were there. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and I was just doing the same thing I'm doing now, per se. But that's the thing. And I remember the same feeling as you were feeling, because I was going, I'm meeting all these amazing artists, just like you and I were doing together as we're meeting all these people, and we didn't have a show yet. And so you took the jump before I did. You went in August and you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have my show and I'm going to make it happen. It took me longer, but I'm glad you made the jump, and here we are.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I had work. I'm so glad I was working on work at the time, that I could bring like new pieces I could bring, and also too, I mean, when I got the call from Mimi, like, and then she said to contact Hope, I was invited in, and I said I was like, I don't care how much this is going to cost me. I'm not missing this opportunity. To do this. And I mean, this is why I moved to Montana. This is why I'm here. Like, I want to be a part of this.
What show are you with?
I'm with the Legends West Art Show.
The Legends West Art Show. And you got to come and see all the amazing artists. She's lucky. She's hanging out near Bailey Burton, who's an incredible friend of ours.
Yes.
She's such a sweetheart. And each one of us has a different variety to bring, and her stuff is intense. You got to come and see it. And you're working on smaller scale on some of your pieces, but the thing is, boy, they're awesome even on that smaller scale. I love them.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I enjoy working small. Like, the biggest I'll go is 24 by 36. Anything, I get too overwhelmed
to me,
by
that's
like,
huge.
yeah, like anything bigger than that is too overwhelming. And even a 24 by 36 can be overwhelming for me. So I love to work like 16 by 20, 12 by 16, small sizes, like 8 by 10s, 9 by 12s.
And the beautiful thing about that is it is a very affordable size to start your art collection in.
Most definitely.
And that's a wonderful thing. When we have all these large pieces out, and you're going, where do I put this in my house or whatnot? No, these little pieces on an 8 by 10 is not small. When you see the amount of detail that she puts into it and things of that nature, it's going to be a perfect fit. So come and see all of her amazing work and all the other 200 plus artists that are here at this amazing show. Come be with us, be with our family, be with our friends. We have so much to show you here, and we are more than ready to talk with you and share our love of art. That's for sure. By the way, you did awesome on your interview. Have you ever done an interview like this before?
No, not like this. Though at the studio in Pinellas Park, they did. We were doing like live, like on like Facebook Live, like interviews, and but nothing like this. I mean, I guess like, but it's an interview. I have fun with it.
You did great. You did awesome. They all sit down. They're like, "What am I going to do now?" And I'm like, "No, dude, just hang on. We're just going to have fun."
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm just, just answering, being myself.
Exactly, and that's all you should do. Is exactly like you would do if you're talking to someone in your booth. So come and meet her for yourself. Where do they find your social media and all that good stuff? She's great on Instagram, by the way.
Thank you. Well, my booth is 32 at Legends West. My Instagram is at Tara Radosevich. How I spell my name is Tara. My last name is Radosevich. I also have a Facebook as well. It's Tara Radosevich Wildlife, Equine, and Western Art as the Facebook profile, art page. And my website is tararadosevich.com.
So go and check it all out, but more importantly, come and see her in person, because I'm telling you, and I've said this on every podcast that we've done so far, no picture ever makes up for seeing the art in person.
Oh, most definitely.
That's a fact. That is a fact. I don't care how good a photographer you are, you cannot bring the life of seeing the piece to a normal picture on social media. You got to come and see it in person. Once again, folks, as you know, we like to say a humongous thanks to the people who make this possible. Let's start with Ferrins Furniture. What do you think of the chair? Is that comfy?
Yeah.
These are awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really awesome. I'm
Ferrins
glad
Furniture.
you have comfy chairs.
Yeah, me too. Ferrins Furniture here in Great Falls hooked us up with these awesome chairs. Thank you so much for donating to the cause. Treasure State Lifestyles Montana Magazine makes this podcast possible, and Johnson Madison Lumber. If you're planning on doing anything, building your future home, if you're working on that doghouse, if you're working on building something special, unique, and you're going, how do I go about doing this? Well, there's 300 years of combined experience ready to help you at Johnson Madison Lumber. You can go check them out, jmlumber.com. And thank you so very much to everyone who watches this. Now, it's very important. If you love Tara's work, if you love all of our work, that you hit that share button. Share out what we're doing here. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on our social medias. And thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with more right here on the Montana Lifestyles Podcast. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
There you go. That's it.
Awesome.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much, Tara. You did great.
Thank you. Thank you for interviewing me.